Hello everyone and welcome to another solo expert guide on a budget level. This time we are going to be clearing the map Crusade and we are doing the solo on position 1 and I'm using Shadow and Frost deck, um, but we're only using one Shadow Orb and three Frost Orbs. So we are using Shadow for the start and for some support like Blood Healing, and Time Vortex is one of the most important buildings on this map. Also, we have to clear out this tier 4 camp with our tier 2, and we will use a combination of the Lost Wanderers and some Lost Dancers because they deal a lot of AoE damage and they deal bonus damage against buildings. And the Lost Wanderer gives you an aura that not only increases the damage your units and buildings deals to enemies by 25% if they're frozen, but also, and it's not worded here, but it also gives your units the ability to ignore frost damage reduction. It's like a North Star, but it has legs and can move, and it can even buff a shield for free, like every 11 seconds. Still a good amount of damage reduction. The shield holds like 30 seconds, I think. Yeah. Yeah, and then you use Glyph Frost and Cold Snap to freeze the enemies and then just nuke them down with our Dancer Squad. And for the late part of the map, to defend against the last wave, you're gonna use some Necrofuries. They can shoot over the walls and deal ton of damage. And we use Army Rituals, both affinities, to basically make our walls indestructible. Because otherwise you have to defend 4 walls individually, and then you lose walls, you have to rebuild it, and it gets a bit nasty. Okay, let's start, and I'm sure how it's done. So our first priority will be getting the 2 power wells here, because we need all the energy we can get. And we will need 5 Forsaken units for this. And we're gonna wait a bit until I have summoned 5 units, so they don't have summoning sickness and deal full damage. We will clear out this part completely, take the power wells, and then run up to here and build the wall and defend it. During the clearing up, it's important that you keep 3 units alive, because you need 3 units for the wall, and up to 2 units can just die. Don't really care about them. So we're just gonna focus down the right side. We kill the Twilight minions, and then we kill the Slayers. After the Slayers, we're gonna pull the Twilight Slaver. By the way, you can use the damage unit to activate because you're gonna kill it off anyway. So you can just use the ability and use it to kill things faster. And it gets shut down anyway, so you didn't lose anything. Now we kill the Slaver. And after we kill the Slaver, we gonna take our 3 most undamaged units and send them to the walls. We kill the other one, or 2, depends how many survived. Then we build both power wells. The first wave that will be attacking this wall, they have some Twilight Archers, and it's important that you focus fire them. Otherwise, if you just let your dudes attack whatever they want, you will lose mostly like all 3 dudes. It's not a big deal, you can just summon some more and then defend it, but it isn't great if you lose units. Now we spawn 2 Witch Claws. We're gonna use 1 Witch Claw as a distraction to pull and the fire and take the units away. and we use this one to get through, and they will still take it, so we use live weaving to give it some damage reduction. If this unit nearly dies, you can just spawn another unit, doesn't matter. Now we activate this one. Now we switch back, and you can see you have 2 Twilight Archer units. Make sure you don't lose too many units up here. Focus fire them down. If needed, resummon one. This is more important than the other part of the map. Okay, now the guys on the bottom can shoot too. Okay, now we're gonna pull those guys up here and let Rogan's units kill them. Make sure your unit doesn't die, otherwise just summon a Forsaken to make it sure. After you kill or the melees die because you don't really attack them, you're gonna grab this orb and the power well, and then you can maybe try to save your units if you can. Okay, gonna kill this one. We're gonna summon a new one, fresh, and we take the second orb. Again, focus fire the Twilight Slayers. And take your unit here back so you can summon a construction hut. Okay, unit survived. You can, by the way, swap the units around as long as you don't have any towers, because the units in the north will be attacked more. Now, after the construction hut is built, we set up 2 time vortex. This is our basically defense for our bottom part. From time to time you will lose like this tower and maybe some wall sections, but it's not really a big deal. Just rebuild it. Now we're gonna take up the walls, and we're gonna set up another construction hut and build the wall here. The first wave is gonna hit in 3 minutes, so we have more than enough time. Run up the north, you grab the chest so you don't forget it. Always check if you are attacked, so your towers, and focus fire the Twilight Slayers. Okay, grab the wall. Build another construction hut. Don't pull the units right now. You can pull them and then just like freeze, but if your Rogan's units are really low, this isn't really gonna work. So the next time you have to focus up to your bottom defense is when a Twilight Dancer is attacking. Build up a Twilight Vortex here and up here first, because now you can pull the units on the bottom up to your towers. Then your towers will just kill them. Let them focus the correct one, the flying units. Then you can just ignore it, your towers will kill it anyway. And you take the last well. Okay, after this, you have to complete your first defense wave. And that's another tower time vortex up here. Bottom is fine. And the time vortex up here. Time vortex are dealing insane amounts of damage, especially if paired with an Furnace of Flesh, to make sure your void energy is always low. And then you just build a Furnace of Flesh up here, because you're gonna get a lot of melee units here, like creepers. They have a lot of HP and give you most of the void power back. Here you have flying units, here you have range units, so not everyone gets to the wall. I guess here you have some melee units, but this is like the best part. And then you're gonna kill off your units at the furnace. You can kill it off, the furnace is gonna be built and starts giving you some void energy back. Okay. Now you can prepare for the attack. You will need a really big army of dancers, like 10 till 12. And you can even support this a bit by setting up like two time vortex towers about up here in the green area. And as you can see, both towers get a blessed breeze aura. Also, it says 25%, but it's 50%. It's like a typo. Now you get some Twilight Dancer attacking you. You can ignore it. Or you can take out your units and attack it, and attack her, then you're gonna lose like 1 or 2. So you just summon another one Forsaken to make sure it dies fast enough. I'm not doing any Shadow Phoenix shenanigans because Shadow Phoenix are more expensive. Unless you have a body with a breeding grounds, then it's kinda good because it's fast. But without it, Shadow Phoenix is too expensive. And as you can see, your towers are doing their work. You always have full void power. Don't forget to repair your stuff. And now we're gonna summon our units until we have enough and some more energy for Glyph of Frost and the Cold Snap. You have to kill the Twilight Abomination and some of the stuff, and then you can just run up here, freeze the other things that are still left, and destroy the buildings. So nothing respawns. That's the important part. But yeah, this is gonna take a while until we have enough units, and in the meantime you're just gonna go through your stuff and repair. As you can see, we have another Twilight Dancer and no other units, so go kill her. Another one, so 3 more, and we can basically start. Now go back. If you have only 3 units attacking her, you will lose 1. Then you have to resummon it, and then maybe you forget it, and then you get an attack wave. This is the safe play. Okay, let's continue summoning. You have 9 units. 9 is a lot, and you have the towers that deal a lot of damage. But still, you need like 1 more, just to be sure. A failed attempt just costs you a lot of energy and time. You have like, starting from the first attack you have 20 minutes, and this is more than enough. Even if you are slow and take your time, you need like 15 minutes, even if you want to clear all the map. Okay, we're gonna set up the Glyph of Frost up here. Make sure your dudes stays between the towers, so the towers get the buff. Now drag your units back. Don't forget, you have to attack the big dude. Otherwise, just go back. Let him cry a bit. He will soon be ready to be frozen again. And just freeze him again. If you lose units, resummon them. You need all the firepower you get. And make sure your Lost Wanderer doesn't die. Okay, this one is gone. Take your dude with you don't need the towers anymore. Your main focus is kill the Dancer and then be as fast as possible with killing the infestations, the camps, and now the big camp. Freeze everything else so you can focus on the main task. That's killing the camp. And going up to T3. Let's check. We kinda lost units because I'm not sure why, but we lost units. It doesn't matter, we have more important stuff. But if we basically did what we are supposed to do, we took our tier 3. And tier 3 is gonna make a lot of things easier. Need another frost orb. Build a furnace because we're gonna kill off all our units. They have done all they have to do. Get the orb. Grab the chest. Go back to the furnace. Repair your stuff. Make sure you don't get overwhelmed on the bottom defense. You can just set up some defense with like a shield. Always let them focus this big dude. Okay, now we are going to summon 4 horrors. Need some more energy. Okay, I'm getting the energy. Always repair your buildings and walls. As you can see, you defend it. And now the Dancer is attacking it, just give it another shield. And then you start pushing. Get the walls out of the way so units don't attack the walls. Don't forget you will need another Lost Wanderer because you're gonna freeze up stuff. Okay. Kill this respawn first and then you can focus on the big dude. As you can see, I lost a building. Just rebuild it. Okay. Your units are fine. If you are low, you can just use a blood healing on one of your units, but they have so much health. No, it died. Doesn't matter, we are on T4 right now. Make sure you don't lose your top. Now, at about 11-12 minutes, you should build a second time vortex up here. If you place your construct node correctly, you're not gonna lose a lot of energy, but I didn't, so I lost some energy. Also, wait until the Twilight Slayers are dead before building. Otherwise, I'm gonna shoot it down. Okay, now we go up to tier 4. I kinda killed off 2 of my Lost Horrors, but it's okay. It's all fine. Repair. Now summon Necrofuries and place them at the positions you have to defend the first. They are maybe attacked the most. And then you just can root them so they get more range. You don't have to, but it's okay to do this. And then you continue to push. You see, I'm already done with my first left side, and I even started with like T2. Now I'm on T4, and I have still 10 minutes left. Okay. Make sure you set up your defense first. Ignore the bottom part because we are using our Lost Horrors to push, and then nothing respawns anyway. Use like a Maelstrom to kill all those stuff. Set up your units. You have to set up so you can use their bone shot ability later when the XL units spawn to basically insta kill them. And now we are done with the left side and nothing will attack this anymore. So we can get rid of this one. Don't forget to grab the chests. And as you can see, I don't have any other T4 units. You can just use like spirit chips or anything else basically to clear out the right side, but like Lost Horrors are more than enough. They can do the job, especially with some Maelstrom. Okay, your defense is set up. Grab some wells as long as you have like more than 5 minutes left. You get still a bonus energy out of it. Don't need the witch claws. Oh, we don't need this one. Completely forgot about it. Okay. Let's continue. You can go up in the middle and take the chest, but make sure you're nearly clear on the right side before you do it. If you don't have enough horrors, you can also summon just a Necrofury. It's now a ranged unit, and does enough damage. I'm grabbing this one. And now at about 5 minutes you have to watch out on your walls because the big unit's gonna spawn. And you will have to use your army rituals to make sure you don't lose walls. Also, when you finish killing all the buildings in the camps, you trigger the big wave. So make sure all your units are back up here and the building needs like only one hit before you finish it. Still small attacks. All that's frozen, you can just use Shatter Eyes and then insta-kill it. And then you focus down the building. If you wanna grab this chest, you kinda need to get rid of this wall. So it's 6 minutes. The big waves should start spawning soon. As you can see, horrors are dealing more than enough damage. I'm using the nature affinity because they have triple shot. If you use the fire affinity, they're still good enough. They have like double shot, but they have knockback against small and medium units. They have less damage, but the knockback is kinda okay. It's still good enough. Okay, make sure all your buildings are repaired. Can you freeze, please? And gone. Okay, now, and we set up the first is the Ice Affinity because it reduces the damage completely. Make sure you have to use the next one on the next wave. I think I didn't grab the chest. Oh, I did grab the chest, okay. I'm not sure what this is, but it was a unit. Okay, small attack. Nothing to worry about. Repair everything. There are more defense buildings that you can use, like armor towers to reduce some damage, or you can use some AoE healing spells. Now we use just the nature. It has less damage reduction, only 75%, but it has a heal of like 25 HP per second. So it's still good enough. Okay, kill this off. Now we use the next one. You should build maybe one more time vortex. You can also use necro towers. Now get back with your units. You can kill this one, only let this one like stay back. Make sure you are prepared. Set up some more necro furies in the middle. Use army rituals so your walls don't take damage. And now my horror cleared this out. So the big wave just spawns. You can use like summon spells, use army ritual to help out. If your necrofury isn't attacked, use the bone shard ability. Okay, this is fine. And then when your next army ritual gets available, just do this. You can see my wall survived. I have to grab this chest. I didn't take all the chests, there is still one in the middle. If you have some time, you can take it. It's not a big deal. And another army ritual. You can rebuild some towers. Help the side out where you need it. And as you can see, I have nearly 2000 energy left, so if you play some more T4, it's like you don't need Cobble Trick, you don't really need like Retreating Circle. They are optional spells. So you can take like some more tier 4 units or tier 3 flying units to defend. I think you have to clear this. So we use our horror to kill them. Oh no, we don't need. Just timing. And that's how you do the map solo, and even with budget cards. You can also start with like fire or do other things. But the important part is you need a tier 2 tower that really is good at defending your base. And Time Vortex is great. I guess some what could be also good. Maybe cannon towers are good enough to defend. You might check it out. Otherwise, just stick with the Time Vortex. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Give me a like, maybe a subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye.